Hi, my name is Sage Lewis, and some of you may know that over the years I have had the most amazing opportunity to work with Akron's houseless population. I have, as some of you may know, set up multiple tent communities, but that really is just a small part of it. The greatest part of it is that I've gotten to spend a tremendous amount of time with this community, and I have learned a great deal about them. They're some of my best friends in the world, and my their story captivates my heart and mind, and I just feel that we as a community, as a city, um, can make their lives less miserable with very little effort and resources. And so, what I've done here is I've put together a proposal for a emergency winter camp for this winter. It would be a winter safe sleeping space. This would be a place where people would put tents. It is not a permanent request. It is just through the winter. And I feel that in Northeast Ohio winters, there are people that are truly incapable of taking care of themselves and suffer tremendously mentally and physically. The the first person I want to tell you about is Aaron, and just 2 days ago I was talking to him about this, and he said, "Oh, Sage, I would definitely love to go and stay at your safe sleeping space." Aaron is severely mentally ill. This is a picture of him eating a dry blueberry muffin mix. He hadn't eaten in several days. And it's funny because I had talked to another homeless supporter, and they said, there was food around there he could have eaten. But that's the whole point here. He could have, but he didn't. And he was excruciatingly hungry, and that's all I had. I said, "Here, I've got blueberry muffin mix," and he said, "Fine, I'll eat it." Now, I went and got him some regular food, but that is where Aaron oftentimes finds himself. This is a picture of Aaron I took last November. It was a freezing cold day, and this is him just sleeping on a sidewalk. Last winter, Aaron had 3 toes amputated due to frostbite. And the reason is because his feet start hurting and he takes off his shoes and socks. He will walk in the middle of the winter with no shoes and socks on. It is just the most painful, emotionally painful sight to see that this human being is living this life of torture, basically. This is the next picture is of a tent that I had given him. I think this year I have given Aaron, I think, approximately 5 tents. Every tent ends up demolished. This is a tent that I had given to him and set up 3 days earlier. And what you can see here is all the poles are broken. He's living in the tent, surrounded by just hordes of belongings, and this is where I had found him. Aaron needs support, and Aaron has been in jail. It's not like he goes through the system, but the system can only hold him for so long, and then he's back on the streets. And truly, this emergency safe sleeping space was inspired by Aaron, because I don't know what to do with Aaron this winter. He was so physically beat up last winter that I don't know what I'm going to do for him this winter. But if I had a dedicated, safe sleeping space, I could make sure that he has shelter. I could build something for him that would withstand the winter. But right now in Akron, things get destroyed and closed down and targeted. And so I can't, there is no place that I can safely put Aaron. And in regular weather, it's not terrible. He walks most of the night. I've slept out with Aaron, and most nights he just kind of walks. But in the winter, he needs he needs shelter. This is all I'm asking for. All I want is a space to do this work. The space needs to be away from houses and businesses. I will arrange for trash service and porta potties. I guarantee you it will be kept clean. There will be no illegal drug use permitted. And I'm not asking for any money or any resources of the city. I'm not asking for anything other than the space to do this. I have suggested these 3 spaces. The 2 on the right are owned by the city. The one on the left is owned by Metro. Any of these would be ideal. And as you can see, they are remote, but yet they're still located near services. These are places people camp regularly. This is not new land for these people. What would be new is that you would allow them to do this from December through April. That would be the major revolution. Another person I want you to meet is Harley. She goes by Harley Quinn. Her birth name is Stephanie, but she prefers Harley, and it's great. She has been diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, and if you're not familiar with it, it's a mental condition of schizophrenia symptoms like hallucinations and delusions. She also goes into extreme fits of depression. I will oftentimes find her just weeping. Just this Sunday, I was spending time with her, and she'll just break down, just crying, desperately crying. She's been in jail. She's had forced medication upon her, but she always returns to the street. She always returns here. And the reason she is inspiring to me is because she is not liked by many people in the houseless community. She's oftentimes people are yelling at her, sometimes hitting her. They don't believe that she's as mentally disturbed as she is. They think she's making it up, and it is so extreme, so irrational that it's hard to believe that is truly how she sees the world, but it is indeed how she sees the world. Last winter, I found her on a couch, an abandoned couch outside on a freezing day with no blankets, no coat, in shorts. She was done shivering. She had moved into a severe, like, hypothermic state. And it was because they threw her out of the abandoned house that she was staying in because she just freaks people out. And she desperately, desperately needs a place um, to shelter. It the street and abandoned properties are just really, really unsafe for her. She needs a safe place to um, to be. The other thing about this is what I've learned is that there's a huge opportunity in these kinds of spaces, and I have heard this said over and over again by police officers, mental health workers, homeless service providers, healthcare providers. They all say, I like these because I know where these people are. I know where I can find them. And so it it becomes a an asset to these service providers to have a dedicated place. I get parole officers coming regularly to check up on people, and this safe sleeping space would be open to all city officials, police officers, everyone. Everyone would be welcome here. You would always be welcome to come here and engage with this community. That would be the condition of it. Um, when we say things like a tent is beneath human dignity, that these people need houses, and those are the reasons we do nothing, then we are ultimately creating the worst possible scenario. That people are living in the worst health conditions, in near houses and businesses, oftentimes on business property. We're oftentimes asking businesses to shelter our homeless community because we do nothing with this particular population. And so this is not a this is not to say that housing isn't important, that perhaps people do deserve a house with a bathroom, the dedicated kitchen and bathroom and everything. That is not what I'm here to debate. What I'm here to debate are people like Aaron and Harley who are just, they are living a nightmare. They are living a nightmare. And they trust me and I can work with them. But I just need someplace I can put a dedicated shelter for them to get them through the winter. And again, you are all welcome to come and work with them and engage them and be with them. I want that. But please, please let me have a place where I can shelter them. That is all I am asking. This is a picture that I'll come out and sleep with them upon occasion. I need to do more of it, but we were having hot dogs and pizza pie irons for dinner this night. And I think this is the biggest contribution that I can bring to this conversation is that this community trusts me. And with that, I can get them to, at least a portion of them, to come to a safe sleeping space that is away from houses, away from businesses, so it's safe for the rest of the community and then safe for them. And then we can go from there. Thank you so much for listening to this. This is my contact information. I would love to talk to you more about how we could do this. Please, let's consider this for this winter. Thank you so, so much.